What is up, YouTube Steam blockchain? So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the Galaxy S20, which, if you don't know what kind of phone that is, it's actually the phone that we thought would be called Galaxy S11. Galaxy S11. So Samsung's high-end phone for 2020. So it seems now that the specs kind of is out there, and the reason why they're calling it the Galaxy S20 instead of Galaxy S11 is because, from what I've heard, it's a new decade. So they wanna have a new name for a new decade. So let's go over these. I thought it would be fun to go over the specs in this video because, I mean, they sounded pretty cool, to be honest. I knew they would be good, but this sounds really good. So let's start off with the top phone. So since there's going to be three models of the Galaxy S20, the top of the line is going to be a Galaxy S20 Ultra, which would be the Galaxy S11 Plus. And then we do have another model called Galaxy S20 Plus. And then we have the regular Galaxy S20, which would be the Galaxy S11e, like the budget edition. But yeah, let's go in here. So the main thing here that's interesting is a bigger display, 6.9-inch 2K AMOLED display with 120 hertz refresh rate. 120 hertz refresh rate, that's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm doing this video on the Galaxy S11 Plus, and no, I mean, I'm doing this video on Galaxy S10 Plus, and that one I don't even think it has 90 hertz refresh rate. I think it has 60 maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have 90 hertz, because the 90 hertz and 120 hertz refresh rate on displays, I think OnePlus started with that, and there was also another company that sort of started to do that, and then I think one did 120 hertz. So 120 hertz refresh rate sounds really nice, because even on my Galaxy S10 Plus, sometimes I feel that the animations could be a little bit more smooth. So this sounds pretty nice. I think it's gonna be great. 108 megapixel main camera. This is the main thing with this phone. 8K 30 frames per second video recording, and 4K HDR at 120 frames per second. 120 frames per second in 4K. I'm doing this video, I think, in I think I'm only gonna do this video in 1080p, but I can do this video in 4K 30 frames per second. But this is just 100 or maybe even 60. But this is like, wow, 120 frames per second in 4K quality sounds really good. 100x hybrid digital magnification also, and with the 108 megapixel main shooter, they also have a, I'm not sure if this is the same, but yeah, they have a 48 megapixel periscope space zoom, up to 10x optical, and yeah, 100x hybrid digital magnification, ultra wide angle lens. That's a very cool thing that I realized pretty fast with my S10 Plus. Like, the ultra wide is amazing. So it's probably going to be even more amazing here with this phone. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm not sure about the front facing camera though, because my front facing camera on my S10 Plus is amazing. It's amazing also on my Note 10 Plus. This phone is going to have a Snapdragon 865 or Exynos 990 chipset, 8 gigabytes of RAM minimum, and 256 gigabyte basic storage. So the basic storage is not going to be 128 gigs. So that's like the lowest. And then I think they're probably going to have terabyte storage and stuff like that. And probably still micro SD card. But the battery also is amazing. 4,900 milliamps. I think I have around 4,200 milliamps on my Galaxy S10 Plus. So it's really a boost. It's going to be interesting to see if the display, if it feels too big, but I don't think it will, even though it sounds huge. It's because I think they're just going to make the phone wider or like taller, because my Galaxy S10 Plus doesn't feel too big at all. I mean, it's bigger than other phones, sure, but it's pretty easy to use. If you get used to it pretty fast. So the Galaxy S20 Ultra, oh my god, it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. Now, these specs here, we don't know if the S20 Plus and the Galaxy S20, the standard edition, if they're gonna have also the 108 megapixel camera, but we don't know, because here it says like that they are gonna have that they are gonna be way more affordable models. So yeah, they might have some other camera or whatever. But the basic things that are amazing is the 120 hertz refresh rate and this new 8K camera and the battery. The battery boost is amazing. I mean, the RAM, I think I have a phone with 12 gigs of RAM, like the Note 10 Plus or something like that. And it's not like I think you're gonna notice that big of a difference between 8 gigs or 12 gigs, but it's really getting up there. It's pretty impressive. And I really love here that the basic storage is 256 gigabyte on the S20 Ultra. Yeah, it sounds amazing. I also hope that they have better like AR emojis. I want to see, for example, also video cameras. A few years ago, Samsung had a video camera mode where you can record with the rear camera and front-facing camera at the same time. I really hope that they bring that back into the S20 Ultra, because that would just improve the experience so much. Video features, the basic stuff that, oh yeah, this is the cool thing. Director's view from all cameras at once. Night hyperlapse, vertical panorama. So director's view, I think that that one is going to be really cool, to be honest. It looks like Apple want to do something similar with iPhone 12 or iPhone 11. Maybe they already have a director's view in that one. But yeah, that definitely like improves the experience. Then they also have some exclusive Danish fabric quadrat case. Oh yeah, that's probably the case. The phone still is going to be in glass and metal. So yeah, it sounds good, right? That you can't complain on the battery. You can't complain on the camera. Although hopefully they fix the fingerprint sensor, because the fingerprint sensor that's built inside of the display that I'm using on my Galaxy S10 Plus, it's a little bit too small, and many times it doesn't recognize my fingerprint. So that can happen like when your hand is cold or too warm or whatever. But if they can make that one a little bit bigger and work a little bit better, that would be so cool. Even though I still should say that I think most people just unlocking their phone with their face because it's just so much faster. And eventually all the apps are probably gonna use it that as well, so you can verify transactions with your face. And then we don't even need a fingerprint scanner. It's like, that's kind of cool. So it sounds amazing. Probably the phone's gonna cost like 1,500 euros or something like that, sure. But I would say that phones are getting like, they're getting so good, so they actually can be worth it, I would say. Because this phone, compare this phone, is this phone twice as good as a Galaxy S, let's say Galaxy S2 from 2011? Is it like twice as good? For sure. I mean, the computing power is just so much better. I mean, how much more RAM is that? Is like 8x? I'm not sure. But did even the S2, did it have 1 gigabyte of RAM or whatever? I mean, this is like an 8x or so. So maybe yes, you could get it for $600, something like that. The S2 maybe. But yeah, this one gonna cost twice. But you just get so much more, right? 108 megapixel camera. The S2 2011, it probably just have an 8 megapixel camera. So what's that, like 10x pixels? 8K, 30 frames per second. I mean, that is really good, man. I really hope it's just one thing. I mean, I think with this phone, you probably want to buy the app, the Samsung's. What are they calling them? The AirPods or Samsung? They're not calling it the AirPods, but Samsung has their own sort of like Bluetooth in-ear things. And this phone probably doesn't have, no, it probably is not going to have a headphone jack, so you probably kind of need to buy those, to get a nice experience. I paid the Galaxy S10 Plus because it still had a headphone jack. And it's very annoying because I have a Note 10 Plus, and every time I use my Note 10 Plus, it's like It would be nice if it had a headphone jack as well, but it doesn't. So I think that in the coming years, when we go more to wireless audio fully, you probably want to buy Samsung's wireless ear things, and I think they're gonna be amazing eventually. I mean, right now they may not be that great sound, but when more manufacturers eventually move into wireless, it's probably gonna be amazing eventually. So yeah, it's you can't really complain on these specs. It's really gonna be good, man. Samsung is really showing that they want to provide an amazing experience. And we saw it also on CES 2020, Samsung's research with Neon, how they want to make like artificial humans. Even though it's early, and right now it's mainly going to be for businesses and stuff like that in a few years. But yeah, I mean, eventually people are probably going to be able to do a lot of stuff of these in the phone, like S21, S22, S23. Yeah, it's really gonna be interesting, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So that is the S20 Ultra specs. I'm not sure what the top of the line specs is gonna be in RAM, if it's gonna be 12 gigs or maybe even 18 gigs. Probably not 18 gigs, but and storage. It would be kind of cool if they have a 2 terabyte edition, but I'm not sure if they're gonna do that. But let's say if you had a 1 terabyte internal storage, and if you have a micro SD card, right now this year SanDisk has 1 terabyte micro SD card. So in theory, you'll be able to have 2 terabytes in a phone. I mean, it's kind of getting there, like 2000 gigs. Like people are gonna have a lot of gigs in their phone. Uh, and yeah, so yeah, it's just amazing, right? It's just amazing. It's interesting. So yeah, that's what I want to talk a little bit about. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick it up right now because my S10 Plus and my Note 10 Plus are still amazing. Like I just been having them a few months, but I mean they keep on delivering. It's not like they are outdated at the moment. Maybe I wait for the S21 and just skip a year. There were a few years ago I bought a new iPhone, so it's gonna be exciting this year if they're gonna revamp the design on maybe the iPhone 12. That would be pretty cool, man. Maybe I'm just gonna buy a new iPhone this year. Let's see. Yeah, but amazing specs. I'm looking forward to see it. And it seems like announcement is gonna be on February the 11th, 2020, and that the release in store is gonna be what does it say? Uh, March the 6th. So around a month later, it's gonna be web in store. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, really cool times, really cool phones. They're really getting good. Yeah. Have an awesome day, D2 and the Steam blockchain.